Hello, so I want to do something with this channel, so I thought about making a series called like Substance Survivor or Survivor of Drugs or Abuse, so that I could sort of help people who also have struggled with being abused or drugs, who have been done drugs. It's like that's something I could do with my life that I think would be productive or help people. So a little bit about myself is that I just posted a video, but it was not very eloquent. I was mostly just talking about what I had been through with drugs or abuse. So I did drugs for 4 years, from like the age of 20 to 24. So I did drugs for 4 years, mostly cough syrup. So I was addicted to cough syrup like Triple C or Robitussin, and I mostly did Triple C or Robitussin. That was primarily what I did. Unfortunately, I also did lots of marijuana, but I'm deeply afraid of marijuana. Um, but so that's what I've been through. And then also during that time, I was raped 18 times, um, or also molested several times. So I'd been raped or molested several times. So I thought if I make like a, I don't know, a YouTube series where I talk about things like this, that I could help people sort of recover in their own, in their own way. And it's like that's probably something productive that I could do with this channel, because I have not been productive. This channel is not very productive. I mean, there's nothing really going on here. It's like maybe I'll start out every video just giving an introduction of who I am or what I've been through or something. I call this Substance Survivor Episode 1. Um, so yeah, if you do experience things like this, I want you to know that it is possible to recover. It's possible to recover from things like this. I'm no expert. I'm just some guy, who's been through things like this, and that it's possible to recover from it. Like when I like when I got sober, when I turned 24, I got sober, and I like I said, I also lost my mind. So in some circa 2023, I lost my mind. But when I came when I turned 24, I came back to reality, and like I started figuring out who I was, and I started figuring out what I think, and I started figuring out how people work. And it is possible to do those things, even if you've been through all of this. It's like you can still figure out who you are. You can figure out um, how people work or what you think or who you are. You know what I mean? It just takes time. It takes a long time to figure yourself out. It's been 2 years. It took me 2 years to figure myself out since I got sober. I'm about 2 years sober now. So, and it is possible to recover. So, but I still think I need like a good 6 years. And I've got 2 years, and I need like 6 years sober before I really feel like I'm on top of the world here. Cause like man, it's still pretty hard for me. But I want to start exercising. So that's something you can do to make yourself feel better. It's like, okay, at the start it might be hard. At the start it's going to be hard to exercise. But once you've been sober for a long time, maybe you can start putting things into your day, like exercising or riding a bike or something, or just like things you can do on like with physical activity on top of just what you already do. So like I started exercising, and I have a good workout routine. I work out for like an hour when I wake up, like for an hour straight, and then I take a shower. So that's essentially all I do throughout the day, except I also smoke cigarettes throughout the day. I still smoke cigarettes. I've been addicted to those for like 8 years. And yeah, so it's like when you get sober, you can start doing things that a sober person would do, like sober activities like exercise or anything else. You might develop an interest in religion, because I was always an atheist for most of my life. But then I had become a Muslim, so now I'm a Muslim, and it's like I've got this Holy Quran, and there's 700 pages in that Quran, and I'm on page 300. You know, so it's like when you get sober, you can accomplish things. You know, you can do things with your life. You can set goals for yourself. You can set goals. They don't have to be unrealistic goals, but they can you can set goals for yourself. It's like I even set a goal for myself that is something that I doubt is even gonna happen. Is that I said to myself, I want I want to make sorry, 1 second. I want to delete this video I just posted, so I'm gonna delete it. So what I was gonna say is I set a goal for myself. Like I want to have like my own apartment. That's a reasonable goal. I want to have my own apartment, but I also want to have $100,000 in the bank, and I also want to have a stable income. So then I think that's a pretty reasonable goal, but it's pretty hard to go about doing that. Let me tell you, and I don't think I'm capable of working, at least not right now, because it's still hard for me just to do the things I do right now. Is like hard for me, and I try to like, because I was tired of just lying in my bed all day, so I decided to like start exercising. And it's like I decided to like start exercising, and like I don't know, it's like I exercised today and I just feel great, so that's good. But it's like yeah, I had a whole long physical recovery from the cough syrup because that shit destroyed my body, man. Or also the marijuana that destroyed my body too. But yeah, my body was fucking destroyed, and I had severe brain damage, and like it was just not good. Like I said, and when I lost my mind, I was essentially brain dead, and like but then when I snapped out of it, that's when I started to recover, and I snapped out of it. I know the exact date. The exact date was December 13th, 2023. So I called that my sober date, and it's like, but I do think despite the fact mostly what I did was cough syrup, and I'm inexperienced with things like crack rock. I would say that crack rock is my substance of choice, even though I've only done it like 6 times. I think crack rock is my substance of choice. I'm just not like experienced with it. I didn't do it for like years or anything. And it's like, yeah, so I don't know. It's just like, but then what are the things you can do when you get sober? You can like, you can read books, you can watch movies, you can focus on your health, like do good hygiene. You can take a shower every day, and put deodorant on, and brush your teeth. You can do good things like that. I mean, you have to have some patience because you're gonna be spending a lot of time, just doing nothing essentially. But you gotta get used to that because that's just what it's like to be sober. And it's like when you get sober, you can like read books, you can like journal, you can like use your computer, you can play video games on your computer or a video game console. There's so much you can do when you're sober. You can like go outside, you can take walks, you can buy some snacks at the convenience store. Those are all things that I do. I mean, I don't got a lot of money, but those are all things that I do. And yeah, so there's like a whole lot that you can do when you get sober, and also you're just gonna feel healthy. You're gonna feel like you're not suicidal anymore. Like when you get sober, you might realize you don't need to be suicidal. It's like, yes, let's say someone close to you dies, but like, someone close to you dies, but that doesn't mean that you need to kill yourself. That doesn't mean you need to be suicidal just because someone close to you died. There's more to life than you think there is. There's a lot to life, and it's just like a matter of time. It takes a long time. Like I said, I've been 2 years sober, and I've learned a lot about myself. But you just got to keep going. It's like I said, I feel like I need to be 6 years sober until I feel like I'm in control of my own body and my own mind. Or I mean, it's not like I'm not in control of my own mind or my body or anything. It's just like for a long time. I said that because like for a long time I had brain damage, and like I still think I have brain damage, but it's not as bad as it was before.
And it's like the cough syrup really damaged my brain. Like I could feel my brain inside my skull. I could feel it like healing and like maneuvering around and shit. And it's like I don't know, but that lasted for a long time. But now I can't. I don't really feel my brain no more. And also I'm a paranoid schizophrenic, so I take an injection for schizophrenia, and I've been taking that for like 2 years, and it just helps a lot. It's sort of, I'm not really certain. It kind of guide, it might guide my brain in the right direction, but it also like just quiets my brain down. It makes my brain quieter, so I don't know. That helps a lot. And I don't know if you can find yourself in some sort of situation that you can recover, in peace, like just housing. If you just have housing and you have some money in your pocket so that you can recover, that would be really good for you. And you would end up feeling like you don't need to be ingesting these substances. Like, yes, it's going to be hard. I'm not telling you it's not going to be hard, because it is going to be hard. But as you won't need to ingest substances to cope with it. You won't need to do that to cope with it. And that's what I learned about myself. I've been sober for 2 years almost. And that's what I learned about myself. So I wish you good luck in your endeavors.